See long queues outside the IndiGo ticketing center. This is because we see that there are several passengers, thousands of them, who've been stranded at the airport. In fact, as a part of the information that comes in, it has also been informed that the IndiGo has informed that it would curtail flights from December 8 onwards to minimize flight disruption and delays, and cancellations would continue. Of course, a statement has been issued for passengers stating that they have to they should bear with some inconvenience, particularly when it comes to when it comes to this very crisis that IndiGo is facing, because the disruption is expected to continue for the next couple of days. Amidst all of this, of course, DGCA has issued instruction that when it comes to the flight tickets for other aircrafts, tickets should not be shot up. But the passengers we spoke to here have spoken about the fact that they are experiencing and have to purchase air tickets worth rupees 1 lakh to 34,000. 34,000 the base, going up onwards up to 1 lakh rupees in a domestic flight as well. In fact, all of this comes in as IndiGo is flying more than 2,200 flights across the entire country. And because of the changes in the roster system, changes over the schedule of the cabin crew as well as the pilots of the weekend and in all the roster system, is where several staff is not available for IndiGo, and which is where this very issue is being faced by IndiGo, and this is leading to cascade effect on other airlines as well, because several other airlines are also getting cancelled on the lines, particularly on the lines because these IndiGo aircrafts are parked in the parking bay.
Rostering, but they continue to not do it and allowed a situation like this to snowball, where for 48 hours passengers are inconvenienced. So public ire then works in a way to try and put pressure on the government to blink. The DGCA should have forced IndiGo to stick to the timeline. It passed strictures for not conforming to rules in the interest of passenger safety. But at this point, they have had to roll back and give some more time to IndiGo. Now, IndiGo corners about 60% of Bharat's airline market. The other players relatively are smaller, they're still amping up and not as dependable, and most people depend on IndiGo. So did IndiGo use this entire public ire and issue that will cause to try and bulldoze its demand on the government and say, listen, I'm not going to be able to operate if you don't give me time? And they've again further bought time till February 2026. But for the last 2 years, they've not done anything. What's going to happen now, and how is it going to be different now? Look at the scenario at the airport. Anvit Srivastava is with us at this point. We have Yesha Kotak and Afreen also joining us from Mumbai and Bengaluru. Anvit, what's the DGCA's thought process here? Are we going to see IndiGo being pulled up once things normalize a bit, passenger inconvenience is addressed? Between now and February, will IndiGo be pulled up by the government?
That is the need of the hour, Anand, and DGCA certainly has stepped in to make sure that there is a tighter monitoring of IndiGo's operation, but certainly some actions are required so that these things are not repeated, because the kind of magnitude of impact it has had. You just see we are in the forecourt area and see kind of passengers who are sitting in a line with their luggage. These are all the passengers who have been stranded. Thousands of passengers are here at the airport who are stranded. They have no clue as to what to do and where to go. They came here at their flight timing. Some had come here earlier in the morning around 6 a.m. And we have some of the passengers with us and we'll try and speak with them to find out. There has been completely no communication from the airline. मैम, आपकी फ्लाइट थी औरंगाबाद की, आपने बताया था एयरलाइन से कोई कम्युनिकेशन है कि कितने बजे?
मैं आपको यही बता रही हूँ, 11:20 का है कि वी कांट वेट टू वेलकम यू। मीन्स 11:20 को आप बोल रहे हो कि आ रहे हैं, को नो कैंसिलेशन का कुछ नहीं, डिले का कुछ नहीं, कुछ मैसेज नहीं। और अभी जब मैं पहुँची हूँ तो हर जगह वी आर नॉट ऑल्सो अलाउड इनसाइड, तो दैट इज़ वेरी रिडिकुलस। कुछ तो कम्युनिकेशन होना चाहिए ना, तो हमको वहाँ एयरपोर्ट तक तो उतना भी तो हम आगे का सोच सकते थे ना, घर बैठ के कैसा करना है।
And some of the passengers who had been given accommodation, the hotel asks them to check out early in the morning today. सर, आप लोगों का होटल मिला था आप लोगों को इंडिगो की तरफ से, एंड फिर आप लोगों को चेकआउट करने के लिए बोला?
हमको एक ही दिन का मिला था। एक्चुअली हमारा 2 दिन का लोग रिशेड्यूल करके 2 दिन का था, लेकिन ये लोगों ने हमको एक ही दिन का दिया। दूसरे दिन तो हमारे खर्चे से ही रहे हम लोग। तो
हम लोगों को 3 तारीख को 5 बजे हम लोग यहाँ लैंड किए बनारस टू दिल्ली, और कनेक्टिंग फ्लाइट था 7 बजे का दिल्ली टू सूरत। उसने जैसा खजुराहो पे हमको इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया कि भाई आपका फ्लाइट कैंसिल है। जैसा यहाँ हम लोग लैंड किए, हमने काउंटर पे 2-3 घंटा मेहनत किया, उसके बाद हमारा रीशेड्यूल हुआ करीब 10 बजे के आसपास, और उसने 5 तारीख का आज का टिकट दिया हमको, बोला 5 तारीख का आपका कंफर्म है, ऐसा करके दे दिया। बाद में रहने का बात हुआ तो उसने बोला कि चलो छोड़ देते, ऐसा करके 11 बजे को होटल में रख दिया। सुबह में 10 बजे होटल वाले ने बोला चेकआउट करो। अरे भाई हमारा तो 2 दिन के बाद का फ्लाइट है, तो बाद में हमने वहाँ से कहाँ जाए, तो हमने दूर दूर जाके कोई अच्छे होटल
से कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन की कब सिचुएशन नॉर्मल होगा क्या?
नथिंग
भी नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं है। 2083 हमारा था, नंबर भी था, और अभी दिल्ली से हमारा फ्लाइट नंबर, और अभी दिल्ली से यहाँ हमारा 6366 है, फिर भी बुक किया।
So the major problem is that IndiGo has not even communicated, and this is what the DGCA had earlier also said, and they have directed all the airport directors in major cities, asking them to make sure that the communication is there and the passengers' flight should be taken in.
All of us viewers have flown IndiGo. And we know the number of follow-ups, the number of reminders, and it is all sent, and somebody would actually appreciate it for them. Now, if they knew that this is going to snowball into a problem, should they not have informed in advance? Why did they allow such a huge collection and such a huge public inconvenience to cascade, Yesha? And that's what many people will ask IndiGo. Why are you telling me to come to the airport when you are cancelling flights? How is it that your left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing?
Absolutely, Anand, and you rightly said, like I can show you the visuals right from behind. Several of these passengers have been waiting here ever since this morning. They've been asking the same question. There's been, some of them do not really have any notification, any message that came into them. They've been waiting outside the airport. Some of these passengers also have their baggage which has been checked in, and they're waiting for days now for their baggage to come out. We'd in fact speak to one of these passengers. They've been with us, in fact, right ever since this morning. Ma'am, we know you've been waiting here since the last couple of hours. We've been seeing you wait. Was there any communication where we were supposed to travel to? What is the situation for you right now?
The situation for me basically was that we were traveling to Chennai for my cousin's wedding, my Masi's daughter's wedding. But we didn't get any message about the flight delay. We did not get any message, nothing. Our flight was supposed to be at 5 in the morning, right? 8:15 in the morning, but that got cancelled and we didn't get any notification. Then we got a flight for 2:15. That they told us we didn't get any notification. That got cancelled also. That I saw on the website, but I still came thinking that we'll get a flight, we'll get something, but no news, nothing at all. And now my mommy's luggage is stuck with IndiGo. They've taken the luggage and they're not releasing the luggage now. And now we are supposed to go for a wedding, but now we've lost hope. We have no hope of reaching Chennai.
So has there been any provision made for you all, considering the fact that you all have been here for so long? Any message, any accommodation, any transport, any refreshment?
Not even tea, not even water. Tea, water, nothing at all. Nothing at all, not even a drop of water. Not even 1 rupee, nothing. Tea, they are saying you'll have to pay 300 rupees. That's bad.
And how do you think this could be better worked out? Because clearly, while there are people who are waiting here, is there any message that you're getting from the staff present right here?
Staff is horrible. They are not doing anything. They are just saying wait 4 hours, wait 8 hours, wait 10 hours. You all will get your luggage. They are not even responding. They are only closing the door on our faces.
Now this is where the questions will be asked of IndiGo if it is going to run into a scheduling issue, and how could they not envisage this? And if there are flights cancelled, why didn't they inform their entire list of passengers in advance? Why are they sending messages that you come to the airport? Why are they issuing gate passes and also boarding passes? Are we in similar situation in Bengaluru, or are there still some flights operating out of Bengaluru?
Well, absolutely, Anand. Let me tell you that the situation here in Bengaluru is absolutely the same. The scene here is of confusion, frustration, a lot of passengers, hundreds of passengers waiting here helplessly, trying to get information about their flights. Is it going to fly? Are they delayed, postponed? What is the situation like? Will they get a refund? Will they get a rescheduled flight? Everything is just utter chaos here at Kempegowda International Airport in Bengaluru. I have with me one passenger whose exact same situation, let me tell you, she was asked to come to the airport, her flight was delayed, and now ultimately her flight is cancelled. Ma'am, please tell us what was the situation like, what has happened until now? Is your flight cancelled, postponed? What is the scene?
Right, so I've been at the airport for over 20 hours. The thing is, IndiGo was not cancelling the flights. There are no pilots to fly planes. The simplest thing for them to do is to announce and avoid this inconvenience for people, but they chose to keep the, reservations are still open So if you even log in now, you'll be able to book a reservation on IndiGo. People are coming to the flights. They are then, you see the line out here, they're all standing to reschedule their flights. So in the hope that they will reach the destination. And once they get inside, it's nothing short of a chaos. The disaster management of IndiGo Airlines is, I'm sorry to say, but negative 100, I would say.
Well, did they actually want to manage
exactly,
the disaster or did they want to create this chaos in public eye and somewhere put pressure indirectly on the government that they blink and give them more leeway? Now, that's another question, because if they were envisaging an issue, they had 2 years to try and prep for it. July, November, it was moved in phases. Why were they not prepared is a fair question to ask. But there's more to this crisis, viewers. The passenger woes don't end with the IndiGo chaos. They are now facing a massive hike in airfare prices offered by other airlines. Costs per ticket for a 2-hour flight are ranging anywhere from 35,000 rupees to 55,000 rupees. Have a look at this.
It has been 3 days of mayhem at airports across the country because IndiGo, the airline and other airlines were told to follow new rules which require mandatory rest for their crew and their pilots. But IndiGo, the largest operator, has cancelled hundreds of flights in the last 3 days, putting passengers and their customers at gross inconvenience. These cancellations have been reported from across the country from all major airports. Finally today, the government has given a one-time exemption to IndiGo to more time for them to follow these rules. But what has this resulted in? This has resulted in the fare prices shooting up like anything in the country because the IndiGo flights are no longer available. So we just try to do a reality check that if I have to book a flight tomorrow from Delhi to another destination, how much will it cost? Let us check. So we've opened this major portal which is used by many of us to book flights, and if we have to take a New Delhi flight to Chennai, for example, for tomorrow, a flight to Chennai for tomorrow, a return flight to Chennai is costing as much as rupees 55,000. As you can see on this portal, this is an Air India flight. This is the cheapest option which is available. In fact, the one-way price is nearly rupees 34,000. A return flight is rupees 55,000 rupees. Delhi to Chennai, if I want to take a flight tomorrow and return the day after. What about some other city? Let's check Mumbai. A Mumbai return flight is costing nearly rupees 45,000 rupees. This is if you pick an Air India Express flight, which is the cheapest right now. If you pick an Air India, it's even more expensive. For example, if I pick up an Air India flight for going and from returning from Mumbai today, tomorrow and day after, if I return, it costs me rupees 55,265 rupees. That is the cost of a flight to Mumbai from Delhi. Astronomical prices. This flight usually would be available on a return flight maybe 12 to 15,000 rupees, but today you can see the flight is costing as much as rupees 55,000. Let's check maybe another city, Kolkata. A flight from Delhi to Kolkata for tomorrow and a return flight day after will cost you as much as rupees 71,000 rupees. The going flight is nearly rupees 50,000 rupees to Kolkata for tomorrow. If I want to take tomorrow flight to Kolkata, the cheapest flight one way available is rupees 50,000. The return flight is another rupees 21,000 for day after. A flight will cost you nearly rupees 71,000 rupees to Kolkata. Let's try another city, for example. Let's see, Goa. Going to Goa also will cost you at least rupees 50,000 return flight for tomorrow and day after. So you can see all the major metros, be it going to Mumbai, be it going to Kolkata, be it going to Chennai, be it going to Goa, maybe any other city. If you see, all flights are costing nearly rupees 45,000 to 50,000, even rupees 70,000 a return flight. The government has been speaking about capping the cost of these flights, but right now if you see, if you have to book on a portal, because only